Scott Yarbrough here with you in my official capacity as a tax-paying citizen of the city of Godley. I have here with me today Chris Ohlsen, candidate for Godley ISD School Board, Place 3. His opponent is Mr. Jeff Neal, with whom I have some significant philosophical differences on taxation. So I've known Chris for well over a decade, maybe not well over, but at least a decade or so.
Yes.
And talk to him, and his ideas, I think, provide a better option for a candidate for Place 3. So, Chris, you bring to the table a plethora of options for wisdom, experience, and maturity, in my view. For example, 18 years experience on the Joshua ISD School Board from 2003 to 2021, is that correct?
That's correct.
And while you were there, you passed 2 bonds, you built a stadium, 1 elementary school, 2 middle schools, an ag project center, various additions to the high school, a fine arts center, and athletic facilities, correct?
This is correct.
All right, so we can say, for example, as a quick aside, you are not anti-bond, is that right?
Never.
Never anti-bond. Can we say, however, that your views on managing the bond would be fiscally conservative?
Extremely conservative.
Extremely
yes.
conservative. All right. You have a career degree. You have various career degrees in medical technology. I know you've got a business that I wanted to buy at one time in medical devices. Career in agriculture, or career degrees in agriculture education, and you're currently engaged in marine biology studies.
Yes.
So a lifelong student yourself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It seems to me that you might have kind of a love for education.
Live by example.
Live by example. Chris, how do you approach the concept of being a successful school board member for the district?
I approach it with what I call a 3-legged milk stool. You've got to have students first, staff second, parents and community third. And those are the 3 legs that you have to stand on as a milk stool. And if you're going to sit on that milk stool, you have to have all 3 legs equal and to sit on to keep from falling over. Otherwise, you're just doing a balancing act. There's always academics first as far as students are concerned. There's always the teachers and staff that need the tools to perform their jobs and do it well. That's what's going to help the students in the community more than anything, is good staff and retaining good staff. A revolving door of staff is never good for the district.
Your personal goal as a school board member?
As a school board member, I'd like to demonstrate those 3 legs. It works every time with any concept, really. There's got to be some truth in communications at all levels of the district and in the community. Education is like a buffet table, and it should be a lifelong journey.
Well, it certainly is for you.
Yes, it is. If you approach it like a buffet table, there's going to be a lot of options. You don't want to eat at just one end of the table. You want to sample everything and never miss dessert. When you get to my age, you're looking at dessert more often than anything. And education should be viewed as a gift, and a lifelong gift, and a permanent gift, because it cannot be taken away from you. They can't even tax it. It's yours. What you do with it is strictly up to you, and it's your benefit and your ability to get into the real world and make an impact. The school board trustee is responsible for the administration that's hired to run the district and to make policy and approve it. The other thing I think a trustee should do is get off the board, into the classroom, talk to the staff, understand what their problems are and their needs are, and pursue the tools that they need to perform their jobs for the sake of the students and the community.
For example, like, what are you saying? Are you going to go sit in the classrooms?
I would definitely go sit in classrooms. I'm a full-time, lifelong student. Anybody can teach me anything. I am far from knowing everything.
Okay. This is something you did in Joshua that you found that was successful then?
Yes, 18 years of it. That was part of personal goals. Get into that school 2 or 3 times a year, talk to the staff, from the principal all the way down to the student, and find out, how's this going for you? How much fun are you having as a student? How much work are you able to accomplish as a teacher?
Okay.
All these things are important.
Fair enough. Chris, what makes you a better candidate than your opponent, Jeff Neal?
Well, for one thing, I'm willing to listen to all stakeholders in the district. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's tax dollar is equal and they need to be heard. And doesn't matter if you're an individual or a business. If your tax dollar is going to that district, then that child's education is part of your responsibility. You have a right to know how well it's working and how it should work.
And this regardless of whether you have children in that
Yes,
school.
it doesn't matter if you have 2 kids in the district or not. You're a stakeholder if you're in the community.
My dollar is worth just as much as Jeff's and anyone else's.
Your dollar may be worth more if your business is worth more, because we're going to tax you more.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
never know. But the best way to look at a candidate is, what are they really trying to accomplish for the district and for the student? The students always come first. The staff is always second and utmost importance, because maintaining staff and retaining staff is critical. Consistency in a child's education is a good thing. A revolving door of people coming and going, teaching algebra this time and somebody different next time. They have different philosophies, different attitudes, different approaches. All that stuff needs to be retained as consistent.
Okay. Folks, Chris Ohlsen, GISD candidate, place 3. His opponent is Mr. Jeff Neal. Chris, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.